أهلا وسهلا فيكم. Welcome to my clinic. My name is Jennifer Haddad. This is a beautiful view. When you come here, you can see all of Hollywood, West Hollywood, Beverly Hills, all the way. And if it's a nice day, you can actually see the ocean. View of the ocean. And this is Soho House, right across the street. Hello, I am Dr. Jennifer Haddad. I am now a dentist for about 11 years, and I graduated from USC Dental School. I went to USC for undergrad, my master's, and for dental school. I was born and raised in California, specifically in West Covina, and my parents basically came here from Lebanon, and they put me through education. Since I was young, they were the ones who were telling me that you need to get something that you are passionate about. Make sure that you are doing something that you love. And I've always wanted to do something in healthcare. That's the biggest thing. I love helping people. I love taking care of others. I love science. So I went ahead and I was thinking, okay, let me become a doctor. I'm going to become a doctor, inspired by my dad. My dad works in the medical field, and he worked hard to bring our family here. He didn't get a chance to go to medical school, but I was inspired because I love kids. I wanted to go into the healthcare field and specifically help kids. So that was my focus. That was my passion, and I went ahead and I'll never forget when I was in undergrad, applying to medical, dental, all that stuff. What I did is I wanted to make sure that I wasn't like everyone else, where they were in graduate school and they were not enjoying it. I had a lot of friends who were in graduate school and they did not like what they were doing. They said, I wish I did something else. So I told myself, I said, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna take the time to intern and shadow all the different fields in dentistry. So, or not specifically dentistry, but in healthcare. So I went ahead, I took the time, I went into, looking at visiting an eye doctor. I went into pediatrics. I went into dentistry. And on the first day that I was there, I thought I would hate it. I said, this is gonna be just, I just need an hour to tell myself, no, let me get this off the checklist. So I was there, and the funniest thing is that I get out and I felt like I wanted to go back again. So for a whole week, I ended up shadowing a dentist. I called my dad the end of the week and I said, Dad, would you be okay if I decide to become a dentist? And my favorite part is my dad was like, I want you to do whatever you're passionate about. I want you to follow your dreams. I want you to do what it is that, you are going to just love it, be successful. I would be happy for you to be a dentist. So that's how I, started my career in dentistry. But the biggest inspiration is really my family, my parents. They are the ones that, from when I was young to even now, they work so hard. They are my inspiration. They are my motivation. They're the ones who push me and make me even better. And I do things because I love it. And my dad, my mom, when they work with passion. And this is the biggest thing that I take away from them. And I could work every day, I could work every second. If you tell me, hey, you have to work from morning to night in dentistry, I will be more than happy to do it. It's one of my favorite things, aside from having my family. I love what I do, and I think in life it's so important to be able to figure out what it is that you are passionate about, whether it's cleaning, to being a taxi driver, to being a CEO. I mean, no matter what it is, you have to do it with passion. And this is something my parents have really taught me. But really my success lies from my parents. It comes from, them working so hard. This is a memory I have of them growing up and, putting me through school and making sure that I myself focused on my education. I wasn't distracted in any way, and they helped build me. You know, they were the ones who supported me financially, everything, and just with love, support, you know, with the necessities of life. And because of them, this is where I'm at now. I can only that is why I haven't changed my last name, by the way. I love my husband, but I have not changed my last name because I owe them so much. They put me through the best schools and they were always there to support me. I'm first generation in my family, so applying to colleges and stuff I was the first one to do it. I'm the first dentist in the family. But they were always there pushing me and really guiding me in following my dreams and just making sure that I am really going to do something that I love. And that's very, to me, I see that Lebanese people in general, a huge thing is that they have the heart, the passion for their country, number one. Number two, they also have such a love of what they do. They work hard because, you know, they do come from a country that has been torn down by war, and the opportunities here, I mean, to have my parents come, for anyone, if you come from a different country and then you have to establish yourself in a new environment, I think that's very difficult. You have to learn a new language, you have to survive, you have to figure out, how am I going to make it? You know, so to put together, to grow a family in a new environment is an accomplishment in itself. I can't even imagine like what that would be like. And I know that if you put your mind to it, of course, you know, you will succeed. But just to see them and what they've accomplished with all of us and how much they've given, how much love they've given and support, that to me is, I don't even know how to pay them back. So this is just a very small percentage of what I can do for them. But I love what I do. I love being here. This is my other member of my family. And really, I would say the most important thing is just whatever you do it with love, you do it with hard work, and you do it with passion. That's the biggest thing. It makes me sad when I go somewhere and I see someone just working just to work, and there's no passion. Anthony, you have shown everyone how passionate you are with food, and people can see it through just watching you. They feel like they're there, you know? So just do it with passion is what I'd like to say. Here, we have two dentists. This is Sunset Dental Studio. I have my colleague, Dr. Victor Khajatorian, and myself, so we have a female and a male here. And what we do is we do high quality dentistry. What does that mean? So we don't sit and we're not seeing patients one after the other. We are a type of a clinic that we sit, we do a thorough exam, we use a microscope for our practice. We have techniques in dentistry that really are, you know, how can I say it? It's called biomimetics. I don't know how to explain that to just in lay terms, but biomimetics is conservation of your tooth structure. So doing things so that you could not just be shaving down your teeth or getting rid of your teeth, but just trying to conserve what God has made, nature. So using those techniques, which not a lot of dentists out there do use or adapt, and we have digital dentistry. So everything is very high tech and is very advanced. We don't have to worry about sitting and putting any goopy material in your mouth. Things are actually much more efficient. So let's say I have a lot of patients who are in entertainment, so they have a time limit in regards to how long they can be here for, how much time they can give us as doctors for their treatment and their procedures. So if there is a patient that has a broken tooth, I can easily see the patient, scan them, do the treatment, and then go ahead and within the same day provide them a crown, an onlay, whatever it may be, to replace that tooth. And so that is a service that not a lot of places have. We do high-end cosmetic dentistry, meaning when you come and see me, again, teeth look natural, they look age appropriate. We work specifically with the best lab, which is Beverly Hills Dental Lab. And what we do is, as a team, I'm the dentist and the technician and the ceramist, we all work hand in hand where we meet the patient. We will customize the design of the teeth, and then we will also make sure that the shade and everything that comes out the end product looks very natural. I was born here. I am 100% Lebanese, and I truly feel a very deep connection to Lebanon, specifically because I myself have done whatever it is that I can to actually be a part of Lebanon as a country, but here in Los Angeles. What do I mean by that? First of all, I have my parents. My parents raised me, and you know, they taught me Arabic. They kept me immersed in the culture, the religion, going to church all the time, you know, being involved in taking Arabic classes. The family traditions, those are things that whatever they had grew up with, they brought here. And a lot of people that, even my cousins from Lebanon, they tell me, wow, you're more Lebanese than we are, you know, because they brought the values that they once grew up with. But I've always kept myself just busy with being surrounded with the Lebanese community, being involved in the Lebanese community. I was the vice president of the Lebanese club when I was an undergrad, and I was at my master's program. So what did we do there? We always, you know, tried to keep in touch with the community in Lebanon through universities. Whenever we would try to create like donations, if there were any instances or events where Lebanon needed any aid or assistance, we were there for them. We also kept the culture very, very alive here, and we would learn the dabke. We would create social events where, you know, we kept the Lebanese community together. And the biggest thing for me is that whenever anyone from Lebanon came, I was a point of contact for them. And so I know how to speak Arabic. It's not as good as it used to be, but I would be the one who would help them, kind of guide them in terms of living here, making new friends. Also, if they needed help in the university, you know, specifically medicine or dentistry, I would connect them in those ways. So Lebanon, to me, is a big community, and it's outside of the country. But our culture is so strong here, and Lebanon is so loved in so many ways. The biggest influence, I would say, would be my parents, my dad and my mom. Their love for Lebanon is something I cannot even touch upon, because it's a daily reminder of, hey, this is my country. You know, especially my dad. My dad is in love with Lebanon, and you know, to be able to go back is always such a privilege. To go into a country where everyone's speaking the same language, they have the same values, the same, you know, enjoyments in life, is such a fun experience. And I will say that the Lebanese community here is very strong. We are all as one. We all like to help one another. So many Lebanese are so successful, and I pride myself in that. That's something that is something that I just am so proud of. And the best part of being Lebanese is when you find out someone else is Lebanese, we get so excited and we connect right away, and we start making jokes, especially in Arabic, you know, and it's a connection that is so automatic. You feel like you are family. So that's Lebanon, and yes, I am 100% Lebanese. So Dad, شو بدي أقول عن Dad? Dad he's been my supporter, my role model, my hard worker. I'm gonna cry. because I don't even know where to start, but really my success is because of you. And the love for Lebanon he has, this is where we have our love for Lebanon, right?
Yes.
Just constantly, look, I want to take you here, I want to show you this, this guy's Lebanese, this person's Lebanese. So that's a huge, huge thing, and I just want to thank you for that. That's something that it's always going to be a part of me. It's going to continue to be to future generations. I mean, in your grandkids, my kids. So I just wanted to thank you. But specifically, I wanted to turn this over to you. What is this love that you have, and why is it that you think that this is so important for us to take, like, to keep, I mean, in our hearts? This is something that you've always touched upon. So I just wanted to turn that to you. I know it's a weird question, but...
Remember, never lose what's called your Lebanese originality. There is a specific thing, the spirit of a Lebanese is totally different. A Lebanese is not a Muslim, is not a Christian, is a Lebanese, period. Lebanon is over 4,000 or 5,000 years old. It's from the time of the Phoenicians till now. They tried many things, but guess what? The Lebanese spirit always will survive, always will come up like the phoenix. So never lose your Lebanese originality. Never do that. This is something you teach your kids and in the future your grandkids. It's not only about food, it's about that spirit that's you can never replace. Never. So every time I see Anthony, I get touched.
I was gonna say,
yeah?
Anthony, you bring this out.
And every time, it's not, like I told Anthony, it's not about the food. It's about that spirit, that beautiful spirit that touches everybody's heart, no matter where you are, whether you are in Australia, in Europe, in the United States, there is that Lebanese spirit in you.
You make us cry, you see?